皆さん、こんにちは. Welcome back to another video with Japanese at the year. And in this video, which is actually a very important video, I'm going to be teaching you verbs. So verbs in Japanese is called Doushi. Okay. So you have many different verbs. What is a verb? It is a word that indicates that an action is taking place. So you have eat, you got drink, you got walk, you got run, you got jump, you got scream. Yeah, just like that. So today we'll be covering verbs, but also the different forms of verbs, past, present, future, etc. So without further ado, let's start the video. So when it comes to verbs, there is a root verb, which is its dictionary form, which is called futsu ke, the normal. Ke is like katachi or shape. So you have futsu ke, or jisho ke, which is like the root verb. So I'll give an example. Taberu. Taberu means to eat. Taberu. Taberu, it means to eat. But this is also the root verb. In the dictionary, this is the first word you're going to find. Taberu. Taberu has a lot of different forms, such as tabemasu, tabemasen, tabemashita, tabemasen deshita, tabete kudasai, tabenai de kudasai, tabete mo ii desu ka, tabemasu ka, tabemashou. But when it comes to informal Japanese, you use the root verb. You do not use the other forms such as mas or mashita or masen deshita. You simply use the root verb. Taberu. I'll give an example. Like, let's say you want to ask someone, do you eat an apple? So you'll ask. So the shortest way of saying do you eat an apple is ringo taberu. It's not even ringo tabemasu ka? No. Ringo taberu. So it is the way you ask, it's the way you pitch the word taberu. It indicates that you're asking a question. So you have to pay attention to this intonation. Ringo taberu. The long form of the sentence will be Anata wa ringo o tabemasu ka? Which is actually kind of an unnatural sounding sentence, and I don't think in real life anyone will ask such a question. But unfortunately, in most textbooks, this form is mentioned. Anata wa ringo tabemasu ka? Do you eat an apple? Anata is you. Anata wa. Wa as the topic marking particle. Ringo o tabemasu ka? Ringo is apple. O is, or W-O, is another particle. I don't want to get into particles right now. I'll do it later. Tabemasu ka? Do you eat apples? There's a long form. The short form is ringo taberu. So the similarity between taberu and the mas form, maske, is that it's future tense. Will you? So let's do the first form, mas. Let's say you want to ask somebody, do you eat apples? Ringo tabemasu? Ringo tabemasu? Do you eat apples? Ringo tabemasu? Or let's say you want to tell somebody, tomorrow I will eat a certain dish. You can say that ashita このレストランで、中華料理を食べます。So this is future tense. So the maske, it can be present as well as future. The same form can be present as well as future. Because when we speak English, right, it's different, isn't it? We have a different form for present and future, which is I am eating and I will eat. So in Japanese, it's not like that. The present, depending on the context, can be used in the future also. Yeah. I'll give an example. Let's say, uh, 今何をしていますか? What are you doing right now? 今何をしていますか? Let's say someone calls me, they want to know what I'm doing. リンゴを食べます。You can say I'm eating an apple. リンゴを食べます。Oh, okay. So it's understood. You know. So next is ません, which is the negative form of must. So this is actually formal Japanese. Just so you know. ません、ません、ません. M-A-S-E-N, ません. It is the negative form of must. So let's say you want to ask somebody, do you eat meat? あなたは肉を食べていますか? あなたは肉食べますか? So you will say, no, I do not eat. いえ、食べません。いえ、食べません。Or the longer form, いえ、私は肉を食べません。私は菜食ですから。So the sentence is, no, I do not eat meat. I'm a vegetarian, that's why. So I use the word kara, which is actually used to indicate a reason as to why you performed an action. Kara. So again, let me repeat the sentence. 肉食べます? Or あなたは肉食べますか? いえ、私は肉食べません。Or you can just say いえ、食べません。Next is the past tense, which is ました。ました。So 食べました。食べました。So again, this is used to indicate that an action was performed in the past, obviously, So I'll give you an example sentence. 先週, which is last week. 先週、私はレストランでご飯を食べました。Which is like I ate at the restaurant last week. Or you can say 先週私はレストランで和食を食べました。Last week I had Japanese food at the restaurant. So 先週 was last week. 私 is I, 私は。先週私はレストランで in the restaurant 和食を食べました。So 和食 is Japanese food. 和 is Japanese. 食 is food. 先週私はレストランで和食を食べました。Am I going too fast? Maybe you can use in YouTube there is an option for speed, so you can slow down my voice if you feel my Japanese sentences are too long. So now let's do the negative past form, which is ませんでした. So M-A-S-E-N D-E-S-H-T-A でした。ませんでした。D-E-S-H-I-T-A, sorry. So M-A-S-E-N D-E-S-H-I-T-A ませんでした。So 食べませんでした。Yeah. Again, what can you say? What sentence do I make? I don't think this will be used that much. But let's say someone accuses you of stealing the food. It can be like, いえ、私は食べませんでした。Or maybe you can tell someone, I didn't eat yesterday. 昨日、昨日あなたは何を食べましたか? いえ、昨日私は何も食べませんでした。So I'll repeat myself. 昨日あなたは何を食べましたか? So yesterday, what had you eaten? So you can say, いえ、何でも 何でも食べませんでした。I didn't eat anything at all. So 何でも is anything. 食べませんでした had not eaten. いえ、何も。いえ、何も食べませんでした。So I'm sorry, it's not 何でも。何も、何も。何も、何も食べませんでした。Yeah. So next is the てください form, which is please. It is a polite way. So requesting somebody. 食べて. So in this case, 食べてください。てください。食べてください。Or you can just say 食べて。食べて。ください makes it formal. So 食べてください。食べてください。ねえ、マークさん。リンゴを食べてくださいよね。リンゴを食べて。You're telling Mark, you're kind of, please eat the apple. ねえ、マークさん。リンゴを食べてくださいね。リンゴを食べてくださいね。Or マークさん。ご飯を食べてくださいね。ご飯を食べてくださいね。Hey Mark, please eat your food. 食べてください。Next is ないでください which is a negative form of 食べてください Please don't eat 食べないでください yeah? Let's say you want to warn someone that has poisoned the food you'll tell them let's say someone's going to eat poisonous food you tell them おいあれ危ないだから毒が入っているから食べないでください telling them that hey this food is poisonous don't eat it don't eat it or you tell them that it is stale yeah 食べないでください please don't for whatever reason please don't do it 食べないでくださいあそのリンゴを食べないでください新鮮じゃないだからね Please don't eat the apple. It's not fresh. Next is ています。食べています。食べていません which is a positive and a negative form of its present continuous tense. So do you understand what is present continuous tense? You do, don't you? So 食べています So you're telling someone I'm currently performing this act. So again, I'll ask you a question. 今何をしていますか実はご飯を食べています I'm eating my lunch. At this moment, I'm eating my lunch. Present continuous tense. Same for 食べていません食べていません That's in a let's say someone asks you 今何をしていますか Let's say they accuse you of something you've not done, so you can say いえそういうことをしていませんしていません So the root verb for doing is する which is to do So いえそのことをしていませんYeah. そしていません食べていません How about you come up with a sentence now for ていません Can you come up with any sentence? I remember when I was a student, I was that way very creative and also very intuitive. Like the teacher would give us different forms of verbs and I was able to, despite it being some of my first lessons, I was able to intuitively make sentences. Something you should be able to do. I feel the biggest challenge in learning a foreign language is to be creative in that language. The ability to make your own sentences, when you experience a certain event in the outer world, to be able to express beautifully what you experienced. That is the purpose of learning a foreign language. So when you're speaking Japanese, I don't want you to merely imitate a Japanese person. You can imitate their intonation, but do not merely imitate a Japanese person. You have to be yourself in that language. This is something I can tell you. It'll be helpful for you in the long run. So you have to learn how to make your own sentence. You gotta be creative in the language. That's very important. But I get it. Those of you who are watching my content probably are, N5 students or beginner students. So maybe it's gonna be hard for you, but you must try to apply yourself. Maybe you could come up with, say, your own sentences. That'll be great. Yeah. So after tabete imasen, next is te mo ii desu ka? Te mo ii desu ka? Can I? Can I eat in this case? Tabete mo ii desu ka? Let's say there's food kept on a table. You want to ask the host, すいません。そのリンゴ食べてもいいですか? So then they'll be like, hi, dozo. Dozo is like, please help yourself. In this context at least, dozo. So when you politely hand over something to someone, you say, dozo. Yeah. Te mo ii desu ka? Ringo, 食べてもいいですか? And you can add not just for apple, any other food also. Could be like ramen, could be soba, could be yakitori, could be niku, which means meat. And there is maska, which is a question. Let's say I want to ask you, do you eat meat? あなたは肉を食べますか? Do you eat meat? Yeah. It means like, what do you prefer? Do you do this? Yeah. Maska. And last is masho, which is like, let us all do something. Let's say, say there's a specific food you want all of your friends to eat. Let's say you like pizza. Let's say all of you like pizza, so you can tell your friends, 一緒にピザを食べましょう。ピザを食べましょう。Or masho is also, it can be used in the future also. Let's say, let's eat pizza at the restaurant tomorrow. 明日、レストランでピザを食べましょう。明日、レストランでピザを食べましょう。So this was 食べる. So I told you all the 10 forms. 食べる, which is the jishoke or the normal form. Then there's 食べます. That is 食べません. 食べました past. 食べませんでした negative past. 食べてください。食べないでください。食べてもいいですか? 食べますか? 食べましょう. So again, verbs is also, the building blocks of your foundation in Japanese language. This is something that's very, 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 very important. So you must learn all the verbs. Right now I introduced you to taberu, which is to eat. There is also other verbs such as to drink is nomu. That is to go somewhere is iku. There is aruku, which is to walk. Hashiru means to run. Noboru is to climb. Oriru is to descend. There is something korosu, which means to kill. Ikiru is to live. Shinu is to die. If you really hate somebody, you say, Shine! Shine omae! Kono baka yaro! Shine! Shinu! Yeah. Shinde kudasai! Please die! That may be the most polite way to tell somebody to die. Shinde kudasai! Kuru is to come. Modoru is to return. Kaeru is also to return. Kaeru, modoru. Yeah. So for now, I want to keep this short. Maybe in the future I could cover more verbs, you know. Yeah. I'm also figuring out, how to make this kind of content. I want to make this as interesting as possible. I hope you like it. I'd like to end this video for now. So if you liked my content, consider liking, consider sharing with your friends, consider subscribing. It greatly helps. And wish you all the best for your Japanese studies. Hope you do well. Yeah, stay blessed. 頑張ってくださいね. Do your best. 頑張る. Oh, that's not a verb. 頑張ってね. 勉強. 日本語の勉強頑張ってね. Alright guys, またね. Stay blessed. Stay happy. And again, all the best for your Japanese studies. Peace.